And you're basically going to cut out the skirt, and I'll just trace out this line that you see me marked here because that's all I need for this front skirt pattern. Then after cutting this out, I'm going to fold another fabric bigger than what I used for the front, and by that I mean having extension of about 2 inches because I'm going for the minimum. Yeah, then I also have extension here on the center back of about 6 inches, meaning that my measurement will be starting from this line, and whatever measurement I have here will contain the same measurement I used for the front skirt. Without talking too much, let me bring in the front skirt pattern. Then I'm going to place it like this, just match it up on these lines, the hem of the skirt touching this line, and then the center of front of the skirt touching the other extension line. Then I'm going to start from the waistline and go down to the hip line, the same hip line I have on the front skirt, and then mark out this waistline. Next, I'm going to take up this because we contour the center back of the top parts, and I'm going to just highlight this hip line and the knee line because we'll be needing that. Next, I'm going to use the same thing I used to contour the top part, the center back for the top part. Yeah, I used about 0.625 or 0.75. Then I'm going to connect it to the hip like this, then come in here on the knee line by the same value. You can also do 1 inch. Since I use 0.625, you can do 0.75 or 1 inch. Because I'm making this, I don't know if I mentioned that I'm making this for my mom, and she's not as young as I am. And no, we are not contouring the butt, because if you're contouring the butt, you would see some kind of shape, and there are some measurements you need to take. Now I'm going to come here on the side seam and replace that same measurement I used to contour the center back, and also replace the one I used on the knee line. And I ended up not replacing on the knee line, and I almost paid for it. I recommend that you replace the same in that intake you have on the center back, you replace it on the side seam. Then I'm going to blend in this part, measure in 5 inches or 6 inches from your side seam or on the hem, and then you're going to blend it into the 2 inches extension I have on the hem for the back. And yeah, I'm going to just trace out the side seam before we add our zipper allowance on the center back. We already have our side seam allowance on the front skirt, so we just traced it out on this back. Following this contour line I have on the center back, I'm going to be adding my 1 inch zipper allowance. I'll add it on the waistline, add it on the hip line, and also 1 inch on the knee line. Then I'm going to be connecting it just as you can see me do it here. And this is the easiest way to go about your skirt. If you, this kind of skirt, if you don't want to do too much yet, you still want it to come out so well, just go about it this way, and you'll come back to thank me later. Now, after extending it from the knee measurements I have all the way to the end of the fabric, I'm going to trace it out like this, and right after cutting it out and placing it side by side, this is what they are looking like. Now I'm going to be placing it on my lining, and after doing that, this part here is folded because the front skirt is also unfolded. Then the back pieces, we'll be cutting that in pieces too, since there is no fold on the back pieces. Then I'm going to just be cutting out, following the same shape I have on the fashion fabric. Then on the hem, I don't know if you noticed that I added about 1 inch on the side seam, and the reason for that is that we'll be shortening the lining. And if you have made a skirt before, you will notice that after shortening your lining, especially for flare skirt like this, you will notice that the lining no longer matches up with your fashion fabric. So adding about half inch, 0.75 or 1 inch to the side seam will take care of that. And shortening the lining, I mean going up here with about 1.5 or 1 inch, depending on how much you want to shorten your lining with. So after doing that, you're going to repeat the same thing on the front, and you can see what I mentioned, adding about 1 inch on the side. After shortening your lining, you cut it out and you still have excess on the lining. Then I want to give it the shape here on the down part. I went up about 4 inches, and then I'm going to cut it with the lining too. Then also trim some parts out of the lining so that it will also come up and not the lining popping out. And now that you are done with the skirt, we are going to be cutting the top part, and to do that, you're also going to maintain the same pattern placement of your fabric. You see that I placed the way I placed the fabric to cut out the skirt, that's the same way you're going to also place it to cut out the top part, so that your fabric, after making your dress, the pattern of the fabric won't be going sideways or opposite each other. Yeah, the pattern. Then you're also going to add your sewing allowance. Here I'm adding about ½ inch sewing allowance. Also add that on your neckline for the front and also the back. I didn't add any allowance on the neckline for the front, and I don't know why that happened because if you know me, you know I add half inch sewing allowance at least on my neckline. But I didn't do that for the front, and I did that for the back pattern. So after that, I'm going to also use the same fabric to cut out the lining because you know that's how I do it, especially for the front top part. Use the same fabric if it's cotton and for the lining, yeah. Then I'm also going to cut this one, and right now I'm already managing the fabric, so yeah, I'm cutting this one in pieces so that I'll have to join it later to make it a whole. And I'm not sure exactly where I have to join it so that I won't have to shorten my fashion fabric width. I don't know if you get that. Then for the back lining, I'm using this spongy. Now, let me show you how I cut out my wording, even though I didn't record while cutting the side, but let me show you how I do that with the center. You're going to make this part straight, and then after that, you're going to bring in your fabric and place it the under bust exactly on that part that you just made straight, yeah, just like this. The fashion fabric is on fold because the wording is also on fold. Then you're going to start cutting, following the shape you have on your fashion fabric, and then you're going to stop cutting 1.5 before the armhole. Then, depending on the neckline you are working with, you're going to also cut the wording 1 inch or 1.5 below the neckline. Yeah. After cutting it out, what you're going to do is to shed off about 0.75 to 1 inch on this part. Just this part. This is the underbust part here. And then after cutting it and placing it here, you see that I still have to shed off this part because it will be disturbing my neckline. Then I'm going to just shade it off just as you can see me do it here, and placing it back, you see that yeah, we are good to go. Now let's talk about the sleeve. For the sleeve, I have this fabric here. I have 42 sleeves, and I have about 10 inches by 20 inches because one part is fold. If this fabric is on fold, yeah. So I have 10 inches by 20 here, and after folding it, it's now 10 inches by 10 inches because that's what I'm going for. If you're working with 10 inches, make sure that all the sides that they are just 10 inches. Do you understand that? And once I'm sure that I have my 10 inches, I'm going to iron it to create a crease line. Just on this part that you see me ironing, iron it to create a crease line. And after that, I'm going to shed off this part because yeah, I said I'm working with 10 inches. It's 10 inches is not standard too. You can, for the average, just do 13 inches by 13 inches. That's like cutting out a fabric of 26 inches by 26 inches. Then I'm going to make sure that I also have 10 inches just all around, like you're cutting a circle. Just make sure you have the same measurement you have on the four sides. And after doing that, I'm going to shed it off like you see me doing it here and indicate the wrong part of the fabric. And this is what it's looking like after cutting it out. It's just like your regular circle without the radius. Now bring in your armhole. You're going to measure around your armhole if you don't already know that. Measure on your pattern. And I think I have about 18 inches. Then you're also going to include your 1.5 side seam allowance or at least 1 inch. Then I'm going to open up this and make this crease line more pronounced. I'm going to use my chalk to make it more pronounced like this. Then whatever it is you have as your armhole circumference, divide that by 6.28 and mark that same value just like I'm doing here. Following one of the crease line, yeah, you're going to mark the same value that you got after dividing your armhole circumference by 6.28. I think I have about 2.5 to 2.75. Then after marking it, you're going to fold it on that point and it's going to look like this. And then you fold again to have your circle like this. Do you understand? Now, after doing all of this, you're going to measure that same value again. I said mine is about 2.5 or 2.75. So I'm going to just follow this tip and mark round my 2.75 like you see me do it here. Just like you're cutting a radius of a circle. That's basically what you're doing here. You're going to curve it out and then you're going to cut it out. And that's it for this second sleeve. Now I'm going to just shed off this part just to make it rounded enough, and opening it up is going to look like this, and then you're going to cut it off here. Just open it up here and that part will be going to the armhole. And this is just like you carving out your sleeve so that it's just blend into your armhole. Doing it this way, it's not going to like pop out on the armhole part. You're going to cut two of that, also cut the lining. Now let's talk about the pocket slant. You're going to take out your lining because it has no business with the pocket. And then you're going to bring in your center front pattern. the top part here, and then you're going to measure what you have from this dart here all the way to the center front. Whatever it is you measured on the pattern, you're going to mark the exact thing here on the skirt. The same measurement you have on the top part, you mark it here, and then from that point, you're going to go into how wide you want your pocket facing to be. I'm going with 2.5. Then you're going to start here and go down to how open you want the pocket to be, like the pocket opening. And I'm doing 7.5 so that after joining half inch on the waistline, I'll have 7 inches left. Okay, you can do 8 inches also. Then I'm going to curve it from that 7 inches I have on the side seam to the measurements I have on the waistline. And after doing that, I'm going to bring in the pocket pieces. I have this here, which is not long enough. I recommend that you do at least 14 inches as the length or 12 inches as the length for the pocket. But here I have about 10 inches, which it's not, I think 11 inches, that is not enough because you'll still be taking out some on the waistline. So indicate the wrong side of your fabric this way, and then you're going to place them nicely. I have the folded part. Place it like this in a way that the folded part is just placed the same way you can see mine, because that's also how you're going to place the skirt on it. Then I'm going to place my skirt like nicely like this, arrange it properly. I'm trying to make sure that the selvage part is going to the down part. Then after that, you see the excess we have here. The width of this pocket pieces is about 3 inches before the center front of my skirt pattern. Do you get? Then I'm going to just follow the side seam of the skirt and trace it out. Once I'm done doing that, I am going to take out the skirt this way, and then I'm going to open up the pocket, place them right side to the right side so that I can just use it to trace out the pocket. Just watch what I'm doing. You already have the wrong side of the fabric indicated. You're going to just place them like this, match them up with the skirt just like this, and then you're going to cut out this curve that you have here. That's the pocket curve, yeah, the pocket opening. Please make sure that you add your ½ inch sewing allowance. Just don't cut it on the exact line that you marked. So yeah, you're going to bring in your plain fabric, and here I'm using this black fabric. You're going to arrange it, fold it nicely, then place your skirt and the pocket on it like this, and then you're going to trace out just what you have as the pocket opening. Then go in here to about 3 inches to 3.5, depending on how wide you want your facing to be. Here I will be doing about 3 inches to 3.5, so that after folding and after joining on the pocket opening, I would have about 2 inches to 2.5 left as my pocket facing. Do you understand? So you're going to have something like this afterwards. And then after cutting, please indicate the top part immediately so that you know the part going to the waistline and the part going to the side seam. And yeah, now we have all of this ready. You're going to fold it like this, and then you'll be joining on the pocket opening with ½ inch. So we have the pocket pieces, we have the skirt, we have the lining, we have the pocket facing. And yeah, let's move on to the next part. These are the pieces that we need for this dress. After putting them together, now we can go ahead and confidently start joining, since we already know that the fabric was enough, and yeah, we are good to go. So here at the top part, I have the 4 pieces of the back pattern, the 2 fashion fabric, and then 2 lining, the 4 pieces of the front pattern, that's like the 6, the fashion fabric, which I also use as a lining, and then the fashion fabric, which is the main fabric. Then this is the strip that will be going around the waistline. It's about 1.25, and then this one will be going from the neckline all the way down. So yeah, it's about 2 inches, depending on how wide you want it, but I recommend this 2 inches to 2.5. Then these are the sleeves. I have 4 pieces, the 2 fashion fabric and then the 2 black lining. And yeah, I think that's it for the top. Then we have the skirt. I have 4 pieces, the 2 fashion fabric and then the 2 lining. Then we have the front skirt, which is just the 1 piece and then the 1 piece of the lining. Then we have the pocket lining, and then we have the pocket facing. Now we're going to be starting with this skirt, and the first thing you're going to do is to place your facing, your pocket facing like this. And then remember I said you should notch the top part so that it's easier for you to just place it like this and know which part is going to which part. Repeat the same thing on this other side, then you're going to just stop stitch on both sides. Yeah, then I'm done with this pocket, this side. Let me show you how I did that. This pocket is not as deep as it's supposed to be, because the length I have here, like I mentioned, is about 11 inches, and you're supposed to have at least 15 inches. 15 inches, please. That's like the what you're supposed to have. But yeah, this is not as deep, but we're going to just make use of it because I wanted to use the remaining fabric or something else, so that yeah, was kind of managing. I'm going to stitch it down here, following this curve with my half inch, and after that, I'm going to top stitch on the lining just to have something like this. Then I'm going to be doing this part, which is not necessary. I'm basically applying my liquid glue here. I'll place my hemming gum on where I applied the glue, but like I said, it's not necessary. You only do this when you did not use the same fabric for your pocket lining or your pocket, so that it won't keep popping up showing that you didn't use same fabric. But yeah, I use same fabric and this is not necessary. I am going to fold this right side to the right side, then go ahead and stitch it down here to have something like this. Then after that, I'm going to just place it like this, go over to my ironing table and iron it smoothly. And once I'm done ironing, the pocket is quite ready. You're going to just arrange it like this, and then you're going to make sure that what you have on the other side is what you have here. But then I recommend that you measure your waist, the waistline of your skirt before doing this pocket, and know what you trimmed out for the pocket. Do you understand? This slant that we have here, you know what you trimmed out so that you know what you should have left here. So I measured what I have here and measure what I have on this other side, and this other part is about 0.25 bigger than what I have on this side. So I'm trying to like arrange it properly. I'll measure again to see that yeah, they are the same, and then I'll just go ahead and pin it down. And to avoid all this headache, just measure so that you know what you should have left after fixing the pocket. Do you understand? So yeah, this is what the skirt is looking like. I'm going to keep it aside and bring back the top part.